Aloha friends, hello YouTube, how are you guys doing? This is Rainbow coming at you with a bit of a different video this time. I wanted to talk to you about something that's been bothering me for quite a while. And for those of you who've been around me, you already might know what's coming. I'm thinking about cutting off my dreads. Oh yeah, you heard right. These bad boys gotta go. I can already hear so many of you screaming, no, don't do it. You look amazing. The dreads are amazing. They underline your personality. The hair is so you, like, don't cut them off. And, yeah, I'll feel the same way. Well, at least to a certain extent. And thanks for all the kind words and that. But I still think I gotta do this. Although, I never thought I was going to be at that point. So, let me tell you a story. A couple of years back, 2013 it was, I was working in the Black Forest doing some like team building events, and as we were doing a corporate event, my boss came up, look, it's all good, your work's good and looks, but let's just talk about the hair for a second. And I'm like, yeah, all right. Could you ever think about cutting it off for a job? And I'm like, no, never. And still not gonna cut off the hair for a job. And he's like, so, okay, so you're planning on having this hairstyle forever then? And I said, yes. And I said, you want to be this old grandpa, weird old guy with the long grey dreads? And I'm like, yeah, that'll be amazing. And up to this day, I still think that'll be amazing. But that's 40 years from now. This is 5.5 years. So I can theoretically always come back if I want. And right now, I feel like I want to get rid of them. And I talked to a bunch of people about this, friends and strangers, because we're human beings, and as we're meant to like live in a group, what we do is we seek approval or opinions of others when we tend to make decisions, even though it's weird because it's my hair, it's my hairstyle, it's absolutely my decision, no one else's, but you know, you still sort of look out for opinions and recommendations and all that, which also it probably is a good thing. But anyways, so I did that too, talked to a bunch of people, and it's fun because the people who've had dreads and cut them off pretty much all come from the same angle. They're like, yeah, do it, man, cut them off. If you're already thinking about it for that long, cut them off, do it. It's the most freeing experience you can ever have, and all the freedom you gain will heavily outweigh the loss of this amazing hair. As a matter of fact, I have a good friend, and he told me, look, nothing I can say to you right now will ever prepare you for the first shower you have once the dreads are gone. And by the way, shout out to Richie, I love you, man. And so yeah, so this is that perspective. And then there's those people who still have their dreads and don't want to get rid of them, which is also great. And they're like, no, you can't do that. Or, you know, people that don't even have dreads or never had dreads, but just know me and like the way I look with the dreads, go like, no man, you can't cut them off, they suit you so perfectly, they look awesome, and this is just like so you, and they look so cool and so long, and you've had them for such a long time, and it's so much work. And yeah, thanks for those kind words. As a matter of fact, yes, it's true. It is hard work, and I've had them for a long time, but yeah, I still feel like I'm at a point where I gotta let go. So I've made a list that way of pros and cons and to have dreadlocks, and I've made a list of quite a while back, and I've added stuff to it and I've scratched stuff off it, and yeah, looking at it now, it seems to be almost dead even. There's probably 2 points more on the negative column, but it's not an obvious thing, and therefore this is why this decision has been so much harder than it should have been. But I still wanted to run you through this because everyone I talked to always wanted to know the why. It didn't matter what their opinion was, but they wanted to know the why. So I had to explain myself, and to do that once and for all, I decided to make this video, put out the why, so you guys know where I'm coming from, and maybe also as a little bit of a reflection for myself after getting everything off my chest, if I still feel the same way. And yes, by the way, if you have not noticed, this video is not edited. It is me talking from the heart, so please bear with me if I eventually ramble on about meaningless stuff, or if I venture off and talk about something else, or if it's not like perfectly edited content, because it's not edited. And so yeah, just me talking. So anyways, coming from the positive side, you got to understand about this. I've had those dreads for 5.5 years, and I love them. I love them to bits. I love this hair. This is such a good hairstyle. Like even right now, looking at it, I love it. It's so cool. I love how they feel. I love how I look wearing them. Probably what I love the most is the random bits of interaction you have with complete strangers somewhere. Like people in a supermarket would rock up, excuse me, I know it's weird, but can I touch the hair? Or some people, like when you're standing in line somewhere, they don't even ask, they just grab it and it's like, oh, is that real hair? That can't be real hair. Oh, how do you wash that? How do you make that? How long have you had that? And it's just funny. It's just a hairstyle. And just because it's something that apparently a minority of people have, it just leads to encounters like that. And I like that. I also love the compliments I get. People tell me, like, look, yeah, you look good, man. Good hairstyle. It suits you well. And all that. And then, well, last but not least, there is the dreadlock community. It's something that I've been told of, but yeah, if you've never had dreads, you wouldn't know. When you get dreads, you're part of a community. Like instantly, you have new friends. Like you go somewhere, someone else with dreads, you're friends. Because there's people going through the same thing, doing the same thing. And it's funny because that didn't happen to me with any other hairstyle. Back when I had a mohawk, I wasn't necessarily friends with everyone else who had a mohawk. In fact, sometimes it was the exact opposite. But with dreads, you're automatically friends. You're right there. It's like, there's not a stranger anymore. It's like, got dreads, friend. So shout out to the dreadlock community. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for such a great time. Yeah. But all these positive things about this hair aside, it comes with a other side to it. And to me, looking at my negative column of things, like these are, most of them are things that I've known before, that people told me before, that the guy, like good friend Eric who made the dreads, told me while he was making them. And I knew that. I knew what I was getting myself into. And to be fair, most of them things have been around forever, and it didn't bother me for the first couple of years. But they tend to bother me now, and they've bothered me a little while back, so yeah, got to think about them. So number one, dreadlocks is, even though you don't think about it that way, it's the most insane hairstyle in terms of maintenance to keep it going, in terms of work you got to put into to have it look nice. I've never had so much work with any other hairstyle, never. And you can see it right now, like this is fuzzy as fuck, and it just looks really bad, just because I can't be bothered to do it anymore. I paid someone a couple of months back just to do it, to redo my bases, and yeah, it's so much work that needs to go into this hair. Secondly, it's just like, the hair is inconvenient as hell. Yes, sorry. Yes, it looks good and all that, but yeah, you sit on them, you lay on them, you get tangled up in your own hair when you're sleeping, you get stuck in things. Like the other day, was a bit in a hurry, jumped in a car, drove off, only to notice that half of my hair is still outside the door, not even in the car yet. You sit down in a chair, you got to pull the hair out from the back, and it's just inconvenient. And on top of that, there is the washing thing. I mean, people always ask me this question, how do you wash them? And I joke and I'm like, yeah, with water and soap. Because that's what you do. But it just takes forever. So not the washing part, but the drying part. So washing my hair takes about half an hour, but then to dry them off, right now it's winter over here, so I got to stand in the bathroom for like an hour with a hairdryer, and then sit in front of a fireplace for another 2 hours or 3 hours to get them fully dry. In summer, wash my hair, got to sit out in the blazing sun for like an hour or two to get them fully dry, and that's just such an effort. So if you combine it with the thing that when I do sports, this hair is long enough to run all the way down my back. When I do sports, a lot of sweat gets caught in the hair, so I have to wash the hair after I do sports. But since washing the hair, and especially drying the hair, is such a hassle, all this becomes such a massive endeavor, which I don't want to endure anymore. Same goes for swimming. There's a local swimming pool down the road. I haven't been there in years because I can't just jump in. It's just all the hair washing and drying and that. In summer, jumping in a lake is good and good fun and all that, but after that you got to wash your hair because you catch all the dirt that's in there. If you don't, you start to develop some sort of cultures, and I don't know. I don't want to think about it. Want to keep the dreads clean, you got to wash them after a swim like that, and therefore, yep, there you go, more work. And yeah, as I said before, like those things have been apparent to me when I got the hair. and didn't bother me for the first couple of years, but it bothers me now. And so this is where I am. And last but not least, for those of you who've had dreads, you will know this and probably will agree with me. This hairstyle, like it carries memories of all the things that you've done. I mean, like, yeah, 5.5 years, like all the little bits and bobs you collect, all the piece of jewelry and whatever you put in there, it's stories and memories. And normally you put in things to remind you of good times, and which is great, but there's also bad times. And this is kind of like a memory foam hairstyle sort of thing. It doesn't forget. So you carry around this stuff with you all the time. And to me right now, I'm at the point where it feels like it sort of drags me down a bit. There's no deeper, or I don't know if there is a deeper psychology or meaning of why I got to do this, but right now I'm at a turning point in my life and I'm starting a new chapter anyways, and I don't like the memories and all that. It just adds to the feeling of me being stuck, and I want to change that. It's not that don't get me wrong, it's not that I want to get rid of the past and all that, but I want to keep moving forward. So this is also another reason why I want to cut them off. And yeah, so that's why I made this decision. So at the end of this video, I just want to say, yeah, Dreadlock community, thanks for all the good times, all the people who complimented me on my hair. Yeah, great, thank you. All the people that said I look good with the hair, thanks. It's awesome. I will cut them off. The decision is made, and yeah, at the end of this video, I feel like I even feel reassured in the idea to cut them off. And I will post more videos on the journey on how life is after dreads, because I found a lot of videos on how life is with dreads, and let's see how, you know, for those of you who want to who are thinking about the same thing, maybe this video has been inspirational for either one. Like if you wanted to get dreads and you weren't sure, maybe this has been helpful for you to get them, because yes, it's amazing, it's great. And if you have dreads and you're not sure about keeping them or not, maybe this has been helpful for you. I don't know. I got it off my chest. I explained to you my situation, and yeah, it's been probably more than 10 minutes now. I don't see a timer. So if you're still here, thanks for watching this. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch that. And yeah, that's about it. I shall see you. It's weird. It's probably the last video I'm going to do with this hair. And at some point soon, I'm going to be looking something like this again. Maybe less hair. Maybe go full bald or something. I don't know. Yeah, so anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I shall keep you posted. I love you all. Oh, one thing, I can't wait for this first shower without the dreads. Yeah, I love you all. Love and sunshine to all of you, and I'm gonna see you soon. Thank you, guys. This is Rainbow, and bye.